Hello, dear students. Today we are going to study this liver. Now, what is about the liver? Liver, it is the largest exocrine gland in the body, which is basically a compound tubular serous gland. It is situated below the diaphragm and above the intestine and in position by connective tissue membranes. Now, this liver perform number of these functions such as secretion of bile. This bile is secreted from the hepatic cells. They are found in the hepatic cords of the liver. Bile which contain this fluid as well as the bile salts, bile pigments. Bile salts are sodium glycocolate, sodium taurocolate. Bile pigments are bilirubin and biliviridin. Then it play an important role in digestion. Second, synthesis of prothrombin. What is about the prothrombin? It is a inactive protein which convert into thrombin in presence of the thromboplastin enzyme, which is found in a blood platelets or thrombocytes. Then serum albumin and serum lipoprotein. Then third, it is concerned with storage of glycogen, fats, proteins and vitamins. It play an important role to intermediate metabolism. The storage of glycogen, glucose is get converted into the glycogen by the process of glycogenesis. Then fats are also stored because it gives rise to this more energy. Then proteins are also stored and vitamins are also stored. Then fourth, it concerns with excretion of waste products. Means bilirubin, they are these waste products released along with this bile. So liver, it performs these diverse functions, but it has no group of cells cytologically specialized for performance of one function or other in the pancreas. It also exhibits number of structural features which differ from other glands. Liver is reddish brown in color and several features which partly divides it into the four lobes. Now this is actually this position of liver. This liver, that will be gallbladder is present. The gallbladder is responsible for, it is a bag-like structure to storage of bile. Now here right hepatic duct is also there, left hepatic duct, then cystic duct, common bile duct is there, duodenum part means this bile duct which comes from liver and it opens into the duodenum by this duct, means here the bile that we collected and that we stored into the gallbladder and it comes into the duodenum by bile duct. And here pancreas are also there. Pancreas, they are present in a loop of this duodenum. Then this portal vein means which collect this blood from this liver. Then this microscopic structure. Liver is incompletely covered by outer tunica serosa membrane which is derived from the peritoneum. Below it, liver is completely covered by delicate connective tissue. That connective tissue capsule is called as a Glisson's capsule. This is about the Glisson's capsule. One Glisson's capsule is there. This capsule contains more elastic fibers at one place on the lower surface of liver. Connective tissue enters the substance of liver to form the septa or partitions which separate a group of liver cells, that is the liver lobules. These lobules are present in this Glisson's capsule. Then the place where connective tissue enters, that will be called as aorta or hilum. The septa carry blood vessels, nerves, lymph vessels. Then connective tissue forms the framework in the gland. Then these hepatic cells, these are the hepatic cords are present in Glisson's capsule. It contains the hepatic cells, which are aggregated into this minute, irregular, these polyhedral blocks. They are called as the hepatic lobules or liver lobules, which in transverse section looks somewhat the hexagonal type. This is the hexagonal type of these lobules. The hepatic lobule is considered as anatomical unit of liver. Each lobule in human liver is about 2 mm tall and 1 mm wide. The lobules are more distinct in pig, rat, cat because of the connective tissue, that is the investment with the Glisson's capsules. The spaces formed between these neighboring lobules. Now here this is one of the lobule, this is another lobule. Now this space found in between these lobules filled with connective tissue which contain the branches of bile ducts. Then this is about the bile duct. Then lymph vessels are also there. Hepatic artery which supply blood to the liver. Hepatic or portal vein which collect the blood from the liver. Means that is a portal canals are also there. These areas appear triangular or trifid like. Trifid or triangular like. Now these hepatic cells and their arrangement, because liver has two main constituents, epithelial parenchyma and a system of anastomizing blood channels. The parenchyma is made up of hepatic cells which are polyhedral in shape. This cell has a distinct cell membrane. Normally each cell has central nucleus, but two or more nuclei are not rare. The cytoplasm, which contains number of the mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum. Beside this, there are nucleoproteins, lysosomes, glycogen, fat droplet. This bile pigment, they are maybe occasionally seen inside the cells. The hepatic cells are arranged in irregular, branching, interconnected plates which appear like cords. Hence, they are called as the hepatic cords. The plates or cords are arranged in a radiating manner. This radiating manner, these cords, around the central blood vessel of this lobule. The hepatic plates or lamina form the secondary secretion of the gland. Surrounding the hepatic cells, there is a network of fine bile canaliculi. Now this is about the here the central vein is there. These are Cooper cells. They are found in this region. This is about the sinusoid. This is a hepatic cord, and in between hepatic cord, secretion of bile is there. Means here the cells which secrete the bile, and that becomes to in between the hepatic cord or inner region of hepatic cord, and that will be connected, opens into the bile ductule. Now here in between these two hepatic cords, there is a sinusoid is there, and the sinusoid, which inner side contain the endothelial cells, then this portion, portal venule is there. These Cooper cells, they are found in inner regions. These hepatic sinusoids make up the intralobular system of blood capillaries, which convey the blood from portal areas to central vein. This is about the central vein. And the sinusoids receive the blood from hepatic portal vein and branches of hepatic artery. Sinusoid have wider lumen. This is about the wider lumen of the sinusoid. And they anastomizing irregular. Everywhere they separate the hepatic plates from one another. The sinusoids are lined by endothelial cells like those of the blood capillaries. In between the endothelial cells and hepatic cells, there are some reticular connective tissue fibers. At the end of the sinusoids, there are sphincters which control the flow of the blood. Now then in lining of the sinusoids, there are two types of these cells are seen. A thin flattened endothelial cells with a dark nucleus and less cytoplasm, and others large stellate cells with vesicular nucleus, branching pseudopodial processes. This is the branching pseudopodial processes. And both the cells are modified to Cooper cells. Cooper cells are large irregular amoeboid phagocytic cells with oval nuclei. The cells do not remain a particular place. They ingest the foreign substance and store it in large amounts in their cytoplasm. They are also involved in a fat metabolism and in formation of bile pigments. The cells also gives rise to new Kupffer cells. Then the tissue space between the Kupffer cells lining sinusoids and hepatic cells. This space is called as a perisinusoid space, and which is transverse by reticular fibers. For fat storage cells, they are called as lipocytes. They are located in a perisinusoidal spaces. The cells have large central nucleus and radiating cytoplasmic processes. As the name suggests, they store the fat droplet. Then bile ducts are also there. Here the bile duct. Between the hepatic cells, there are minute channels are there. Sinusoids are larger, but here the minute yellow colored this minute channel that will be called as a bile canaliculi. The ends of this network of bile canaliculi that open into this small bile duct at peripheral of this lobule. Later ones, then they are larger and larger bile ducts which runs along with branches of the hepatic artery and hepatic portal vein. The small bile duct are lined cuboidal cells, and large ones they are lined by columnar cells. All larger ducts from largest ducts emerging from the left and right side of this liver, and they come out of this liver at hilum part to form the one common duct. Now this blood supply, liver receive the arterial blood from hepatic artery, right, and venous blood from the hepatic portal vein. Means both that will be received, oxygenated blood as well as deoxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood received by hepatic artery and deoxygenated blood received by the venous blood, because liver is act as a port, means to check the blood, but that comes from the digestive system. This blood that comes from digestive system and opens into the liver, that is through the hepatic portal vein, and the vein brings blood from the intestine, which contain the carbohydrates, fats, proteins. The liver cells which store these substances in their cytoplasm. The hepatic portal veins drain the blood into the inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava which collect deoxygenated blood from the posterior part of body and which opens into the sinus venosus, because two superior vena cava comes from the anterior side and one inferior vena cava comes from posterior side. They opens into the sinus venosus, and then sinus venosus is open into the right auricle. Then some lymph vessels are also there. These form a rich plexus of Glisson's capsule. They also surround the bigger blood vessels. Now this is a bile duct. Here hepatic artery is there. Then portal veins are larger, and hepatic artery they are smaller in size. The central vein is there. This is arrangement of this bile duct, hepatic artery, portal vein and central vein. Now what is about the nerve supply? The non-modulated type of these nerve fibers, which comes from the parasympathetic as well as sympathetic parts of autonomous nervous system, they supply blood to the liver and they innervate the blood vessels and bile ducts. Do you know the autonomic nervous system? It is a self-control system present in the body which control self-control. They are connected by the sympathetic as well as parasympathetic systems, and both systems they are work antagonistic manner. Then distinguished features means Glisson's capsules are there, numerous hepatic lobules are there, center of lobule, central vein is present, hepatic cords they are also present, sinusoids and portal areas are present. Means these are found only in a liver. Liver plays important role in the metabolism of this body. Thank you very much.